Okay, can you guys hear me? Just before I talk, can you hear me? Okay, good. Hello, everybody. It's so amazing to be back on the GESS stage again. It holds so many great memories for me. You see, a year ago, on this very stage, I gave my first ever public presentation. Forgive me. For lack of a better word, let me just say that, oh boy, was I terrified. In the end, I overcame my nerves and powered through it. Thankfully, it went really well. This year, luckily, you guys don't look so scary anymore. After all, I'm 9 years old now with a full year of public speaking experience under my belt. In fact, speaking at GESS gave me the courage to do my first ever TEDx talk, titled Never Underestimate an 8-year-old. And as it turns out, I was one of the youngest speakers ever globally to do a TEDx talk. How cool is that? Soon after, I also had the privilege of speaking twice at GITEX, presented at Dubai Future Week, and was even the keynote speaker at Area 2071. I've been lucky enough to be featured on the Chris Fade Show, Pulse 95 Radio, Ain TV, Gulf News, The National, and Ed Arabia, to name a few. So guess I was right. You should never underestimate an 8-year-old. With a lot of effort and courage, even a kid like me can have an impact on the world. Well, at least Dubai for now, but, I mean, it's something. So I'm here to ask you to join me in reimagining the future of education. And in my head, I break that down to 3 parts: where we learn, how we learn, and what we learn. Let's dive right into it. Starting with where we learn. I'm going to test out the saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So here are 4,000 words for you to look at. And here are 1,000 more. Don't you guys see a big difference here? In the first pictures, I see offices that inspire. They're innovative and modern, with different spaces and relaxing seating. Apparently, it's proven better for creativity and productivity. Shouldn't we be doing the same for classrooms? However, I think it's not just the classroom layout and furniture. It's much more than that. If today's technologies can have cars change their body color at the touch of a button, why can't we do the same for classrooms and transform them into the rainforest or the Titanic when we're learning about them? And how about using technologies that exist today, like DigiDog, that create real life like avatars? How cool would it be if whilst learning physics, my teacher turned into Einstein? Now that would be a lesson that I'd never forget. Although I recognize that we do use some AR and VR in our school today, I honestly think that we should be using it more frequently, and we need more programs that deliver a bigger part of our curriculum. For example, I would love to see all the periodic table elements virtually and dissect them and be able to experiment with them by fusing elements together and seeing their reactions. OMG, that would be awesome. So I recently had a glimpse of what this could look like when I visited Dreamscape in Dubai. They took the VR experience to a whole nother level, not just using a VR headset, but wearable sensors for our arms and feet as well to create virtual avatars of ourselves. Give me a second. It really threw me into this external world as if it was reality. It was a surreal adventure. If we use more of this kind of technology in school, I guarantee you that it would make learning more memorable and fun. So here's a question for you. Why is learning still done primarily in schools 5 days a week with traditional curriculums? I think some of the biggest learning opportunities are outside of the classrooms, where there are no abstract subjects and where we can see the relevance of everything that we're learning in school. Honestly, I don't think that education is should be the sole responsibility of schools alone. I think companies should play a very important role too. Companies should partner with schools and kids to help make sure that the future skills they need to succeed in tomorrow's world are taught to us at a younger age. After all, sports scouts always recruit kids at a young age and invest early in them when they see talent. Why can't it be the same for education using internships or mentorships? Take my sister Layla, for example. She's an international rhythmic gymnast and is only 12, but she has been coached by 12 Olympians already. Case in point. Next up is how we learn. Anyone who knows me probably knows that I am a huge believer in ability, not age. I think that children should be given the opportunity to learn whatever subject that they're capable, that they're passionate about. Okay, give me a second. I just need to resurface and find where I are. I think that children should be given the opportunity to learn whatever subject they're passionate about at whatever pace they're capable of, regardless of what age or year group they're in. So I have some exciting news to share about this. And I have to give a big shout out to the forward-thinking leadership at GESS Ranches in the GSdubai, Dubai, who both recognized my ability and heard me. And although I'm officially in year 5 with my peers, I've enrolled to be doing physics with year 9 and chemistry, biology, and computer science with year 8. I'm loving my new classes. Here's a challenge for you. See if you can spot me. Everyone is huge. Now I recognize that mine might be a bit of a unique case, but I think everyone should have the ability to learn at their pace independent of their age and year group. So how can we do that? Enter AI. I hear so much about how AI is revolutionizing how work is being done across so many industries. I think we need more AI in education so that we can personalize our learning pathways. Through AI, you go as far as you can in the subject at your own pace and can be taught it in the way you like. Videos, games, or text. After all, if each of us is different, why should learning be the same? Don't get me wrong, I don't think that AI should replace teachers. I like my teachers. I just think in the future, rather than teachers being the sole owners of the knowledge, I think AI can support and personalize our learning, freeing teachers so that they can spend more time being inspirational coaches to us. Here's a question for you. What do kids, including me, yes, I have to confess, love to do that you never ever have to ask them to do? You guessed it, play online games. I think online gaming should be huge in education. After all, if you have esports championships where people earn millions of dollars playing Fortnite, why can't we do the same for educational gaming? Who agrees with me? Finally, let's talk about what we learn. I believe the most important skill sets we need to learn now to succeed in the future are adaptability, critical thinking, problem solving, communication, and definitely creativity. So the question I have is all this standardized testing that we get put through at school really necessary in testing any of our future skills? After all, memorizing a whole bunch of facts and rewriting them in an exam may not be the best way to assess my potential. What about my creativity, my collaboration skills, my empathy, and my communication? Where's that covered? And don't forget, when it comes to memorizing facts, it's kind of irrelevant now since we have Google and Alexa. So instead of memorization, we need to focus on learning how to learn and how to find relevant information when we need it, since it's mainly all out there. And ignore all the fake news and facts, of course. Now, if creativity really is so important for the future, are schools truly maximizing it? I'm not sure. if we're all taught to dress the same way, taught the same subjects in pretty much the same way, I feel like we're being taught more to conform versus be individual. Yet when we grow up, I'm told the companies are looking for innovators and disruptors and people who think out of the box. Believe me, if any of us kids were called disruptors in school, I think that they might just mean that we are distracting the entire class, and that is not good. In fact, at my dad's office, they have a room titled Disruptors to instill a culture of idea generation and innovation. At school, you'd probably find that same room actually, but we give it a more common name of, oh wait, I forgot. Let's see if I can figure it out. Oh yeah, detention. Here's where I need to give another big shout out. I've been fortunate enough to have been enrolled in our Academy's first ever learning hub in Area 2071, where they're really trying to reimagine education in a big way. They've done away with subjects, with homework, with testing and memorization. Instead, they encourage collaboration, focus solely on project-based learning with real-world mentors. Each one of us 30 students has chosen a personal pathway in a subject they're passionate about, and all the information filters through that. I chose post-Earth, and I'm working with my teammate to devise a plan to extract the ice that has been found under the surface of Mars and purify it into drinking water. Now, this is a place where disruptive thinking is truly encouraged. I'm loving my weekend sessions there. So I want to leave you with one final thought. Isn't it time we change the name school? When us kids think of school, we think of rules and homework and waking up early. We need to reinvent a new, fun, inspiring name. Like, let's say, Learning and Innovation Hubs. Clap your hands if you're with me on this. Oh, a lot of you. So I think the future is looking really bright, and I'm excited to be a part of shaping that change, no matter how small. Please do get in touch and let's make a difference together. Thanks for listening and stay curious. Bye.